Ryan Burrow, it's your hometown. How was that news taken last night in Chicago?
I don't think too many people disagree with that. I mean, it was actually pretty well documented. There was a CNN documentary that ran a couple summers ago called Chicagoland, and it showed this, booming downtown, the building of more skyscrapers, the, success around Wrigleyville and downtown and the West Loop. And in the meantime, you continue to hear these stories about what's going on in the Englewood neighborhood, in the Austin neighborhood, in these essentially 5 communities where people, and many of them young adults, and in this case this week, children have been fatally shot and killed. We had 2 girls shot in separate situations, hit by stray bullets, both of them in the head. Both of them have died. One person is in custody in one of those shootings, and actually some of the video was released yesterday from the courthouse when one of the suspects was going to make his appearance, actually kind of dozed off on a couch, and one of the inmates came in and beat him. I mean, just you see him wailing on him. So the stories continue to unfold from that. Still one killer on the loose in the case of a toddler who was shot. Someone walked up on Valentine's Day and shot into a car, killing 2 people, including the toddler and a known gang member, and wounding a pregnant woman who managed to get away. Part of that was filmed on Facebook Live. So these stories continue to crop up, and unfortunately, I'm sure you guys are going to see it this weekend. We're seeing it, 60-degree temperatures in mid-February. That's not probably going to be helpful to keep people inside.
St. Louis is sort of a mini Chicago in a lot of ways. A lot of great things going on in the city, but there are pockets where it's, maybe not as many people, but every Monday we wake up to a list of terrible stories. The Chicago Tribune wrote an op-ed piece begging President Obama to come and sort of lend his support to the problem.
Yeah, this was from Heidi Stevens. She's a Chicago Tribune reporter and basically wrote a letter to the Obamas. Now, President Obama, former President Barack Obama, was in Chicago this week. He had a meeting on Wednesday evening about his library and museum. Was not here for very long, but the article basically says, help us. You're our only hope, to take a line from Star Wars, this might be an opportunity for him as he tries to figure out, what his post-presidential plans are for him to try to help out and assist. Now, I don't know if a former president's going to be able to stop what happens on the street corners every day, and we know that there's already enough national attention to it, but perhaps they can get involved in one form or another to maybe bring jobs or bring some kind of services to the area that would prevent this from happening.
Ryan Burrow, why is it happening? Is it the drug trade? Is it the gangs? Are they fighting over corners? I mean, what's the underlying reason that crime is so bad in Chicago and yet in New York it's plummeted?
Well, if I had the answer to that, I'd probably be making a lot more money. But according to the police superintendent, it's the laxed gun laws when it comes to repeat gun offenders. And what happens is they know who these bad guys are. They pick them up every week. They pick up the guns. But because of the lax gun laws and the lax sentencing, they're back out on the streets within months, even weeks after these crimes are committed. So you see in these situations, a lot of the victims are actually people who have previous crimes on their, on their record. They know who these people are. There are thousands of them across the country or across the city, I should say, and they know who the potential victims are. They know who the potential shooters are, but they just can't keep them locked up long enough. And according to the superintendent, that's something that's not a problem in New York or Los Angeles, for that matter, because they do have stricter, harsher punishment for repeat illegal gun offenders.
Ryan Burrow, ABC News correspondent in Chicago. Thanks, Ryan, for checking in.
All right.
742 here, Big 550 KTRS. Larry's going to have some new technology for us, one of our favorite segments of the week. That's coming up here in just a moment.